up, y'all? It's me, Erica, and we are down here. Peace, y'all. Take care of each other. Protect your energy.
What's up? What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica. We're down here, honey, to talk about what's going on, the shows, the reality shows. So this is how I know y'all done with Love and Marriage Huntsville. Not one person asked me where was my Love and Marriage Huntsville review. Not one. Nobody. Y'all don't care. So I guess I'm gonna kind of put last week's and this week's together. We also got to do Real Housewives of Miami and Real Housewives of Colorism. So we'll do that. Those are the videos that are coming today. Well, Love and Marriage Huntsville. So we're just gonna talk about it because, um, yeah, we'll just talk. Yeah, because last week that was when Marshawn and Tisha went on their date night, and he said something about Tisha being a jealous wife. So your point is the jealous wife, and she said, "Don't play me. Don't throw that out at me." I thought it was weird. I feel like Marceau just wanted to see Melody. That's how I feel. I feel like he just wanted to see her. I think he admires her. I think he admires her. There's something about Melody. I don't think he like. I don't think there's a. I don't think that there's a. I don't know. There might be a sexual attraction, but I feel it's more of a like, oh, she really left this dude. And then you see how he tried to make it later. He was like trying to say that because Martell leveled up with Sheree. I don't think that Sheree is a level up from Melody. Melody gets shit done. Melody doesn't procrastinate. It doesn't take Melody. It took Melody a year to relaunch and rebrand her skincare line after she dissolved it because she had it in connection with Martell. And when she dissolved it and rebranded and came right back out, she ain't nothing like Sheree. We can just call it what it is. You got that Sheree and Martell are two niggas who don't get shit done. Melody gets shit done. Right. You got two procrastinating ass niggas over there with Sheree and Martell. So I thought it was rich of a motherfucking Marshawn to say that Sheree is a level up. Is she a level up from Ariane? I don't know. Ariane got her damn Instagram boutique. I don't know if it still goes on, but those women, they launch. They launch. They launch. It doesn't take them 10 years to launch. And then when they launch, it's like, girl, that's not a level up. I thought that was kind of weird for him to say that, but he tried to trying to say that Sheree was a level up. Girl, whatever. She's not. Tisha says she is not friends with Melody. That woman called me her enemy. And let me tell you something. I feel like that's like, depending on what he did, like him just inviting her over to speak with them without telling her, it's not really a big deal. But if you like sitting with somebody and breaking bread with somebody who refers to me as their enemy, we have a problem. We are going to have a problem. Trust and believe me. If you sitting down talking to somebody who calls me an enemy and you supposed to be my husband, girl, we're gonna have a problem. Yeah, we're gonna have a problem. You on the wrong side. You on the wrong side, and I'm not sure how. That's the reason why they say like you think this is this man. Just trust me, Tisha. This man is supposed to be the leader, and he's inviting the enemy to dinner. Like, girl, no. We don't do that. That's how empires get crushed because you think you know everything, and so you think that you can invite someone who called your wife an enemy to break bread and have a drink with him. And I'm so glad when Mel sat down, she didn't take no drink from him. I'm not taking no drink from you. You a weird ass nigga, bro. Yeah, and you're weird to the point like if I was male, I would even think that you were weird. Like, I said that your wife was my enemy. Why are you inviting me to y'all place of business and then offering me a drink? You're out of order, sir. You're out of order for inviting me here. Out of order. And then gonna call your wife jealous? You whack. You whack. And he's been doing that with Mel to Letitia. She been doing that. And then they showed that clip from the first season where Tisha admits that she did not know that um, Marceau was, this quote unquote traditional gender rolled type of man. You didn't know that, and you still agreed to because you was pregnant, and you agreed to participate in it. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. But she was pregnant, so she had to go through. They had to go through with it. If that's not even you, why would you even accept that? If that's not even you, why would you accept marriage in the form of something that you don't even agree with? Like, I don't know. That's fucking weird. Chris Fletcher, he was annoyed that Marshawn tried to make it seem like, those games that he was playing with Tisha, where he was like, yeah, I was with a friend. I was with Chris Fletcher. Chris Fletcher said we was only together for a few hours. So whatever he did after that, don't put that on me. I'm sorry. We don't have that kind of relationship. That's what you and Martell and Mighty Mouse used to do. I don't get down with that. I'm not in your crew. I'm married. I don't play no games like that. We don't play these games with our wives like that. Like, that shit is crazy to me. You don't play, oh, I was with my friend. I was with my friend. You already know there's a level of insecurity there. And I don't care what Tisha says. It doesn't have to be the word jealous or you the jealous wife. You have some insecurities and your husband definitely plays on them. He definitely plays on them. And he knows one of your insecurities is being in proximity to this woman who you always, and it's so funny because when Tisha, and she always has something slick to say, but then she turns around and acts like Mel is this person. I can't wait to the reunion because she's gonna really have a time, because it's odd for her to act like your husband, who acts like this towards you, is incapable of doing what he's been being accused of doing. Infidelity is not the problem in our marriage. It's not the problem in our marriage. But you want your husband to tell you when he is communicating with your quote unquote enemy. And I don't know if, it was before that, before she even classified you as an enemy, you were still acting like that about Mel. Like, so there's some insecurities there. Like I said, I don't think it's jealousy per se, but I think there's some insecurities there. And your husband definitely plays on that. And Chris Fletcher is basically like, I don't have shit to do with that. You're not going to use me as a scapegoat to do whatever the hell you was doing, laying in beds and pictures being taken of you. Oh, when Mel arrives, he offers her a drink. She says no. And then she says, like, basically, what do you want? And he's like, well, I thought you would say thank you. Thank you for what? Following up on something you said you were going to do? Girl, I'm not your supervisor. You ain't got to tell me, oh, I was just letting you know that since I told y'all we were going to talk to Tyrannosaurus Rex, their brother, that little short arm. I cannot, girl, let me stop because I can go in on their brother, but that little tyrant, you wanted to tell Melody that you went back. Like, what does she need to know? I just want you to know that, we kept our word. Why is that important to you? This woman called your wife her enemy. Why is it important that you follow up with Mel because you told her that you were going to go talk to Mark? Girl, I'm so glad she declined to drink. Is it anything about me that warrants a response? Did he say anything about me? Oh, it was about your mother. Well, that don't have nothing to do with me. That's a grown-ass woman. And I don't know what else you want to tell. If it's something about me and I can respond to it, then that's okay. Then he was like, well, the ball is in Mel's court now. And I've told her, what she needs to know. And now it's in her court. Girl, whatever. She said, I don't even know your brother. I'm not discussing your brother. He's basically saying he warned her. Martell is acting like he can't really talk about his situation with Sheree. They were like, we want to meet Sheree and spill the beans, right? Um, Martell thought it was, I guess, symbolic that Mel came dressed in white to their dinner with the Scotts, and it was their anniversary. I wonder why she was all dressed up. I don't know if she was coming from church. I don't know what was going on with Mel, but that white dress, honey. He invites Mel to the wine event. She said, I don't know. I'll have to check my schedule, and that's gonna be it. Kimmi shares her diagnosis with Melody and Martell. Martell's reaction was like, what? Yeah, so they shared with her, she shared with them, what was going to happen and things like that. So that was the end of that. So that was the last episode. So this episode, here, where are we? Melody's having a massage, right? And then she said she forgot that she invited Stormi over there. So Stormi comes over, and Stormi's sitting down, and they talk a little bit about Destiny. And says, oh no, they talk about Destin, not Destiny. I put Destin. I was like, maybe I meant to say Destiny, but they were talking about Destin, and she said that she didn't appreciate. Mel said to Stormi that she basically did not appreciate that Martell went back and shared with Ariane that she had C19. His rationale for telling her, I think, was legitimate. I don't know how he told her. I mean, he is messy. He's very messy. But the fact that he told her and then Ariane took it to the internet, I guess that's how Mel found out. I guess Ariane was probably like, oh, you had my kids around that woman and she had C19 or whatever, whatever. But his rationale for telling her, I think, is legitimate. Like, I got to tell you that, he was around, or I don't know, or the kids were around. My kids were around their mom, and their mom had C19, so I need to tell you because they're going to be coming and they're going to be around Maddox or Knox or whatever his name is. And so I need to tell you in that way. Now, her going to the internet afterwards, Martell is right. He has no control over Slow Slaw. Clearly, no control. So he don't even have control over himself. How the hell do you expect him to have control over this wild animal who acts like she has no home training whatsoever? So it's like, girl, of course she's going to go to the internet because she wants to make it seem like, oh, he's still coming back to me, giving me information on you. That's what, and you fell for it, right? Because in real life, he has a legitimate reason to tell her that my other kids are around me and I'm around this boy and, whatever. But after she goes to the internet, like, I mean, there's nothing that he can do about that. There's nothing he can do. She's saying basically her boundaries are back up. He's still immature. Like I said, after that Destin trip, I think everybody knew that he came back and it was a mess afterwards. She says, and I haven't dealt with any mess, and him not being close to me, I haven't been dealing with any mess. As soon as he's like in my proximity again, now I'm dealing with mess. She said she don't have no problem with Sheree. I don't have no problem with Sheree. She's basically like, I'm not connected to Martell in that way where who he dates will bother me, right? I really truly, I believe like her in her expression. I believe that him dating Sheree I don't think it's bothering her. To me, I feel like after you saw like on some real shit, he really embarrassed his wife that he was building an empire with on the public square. And then there are women after her who find him suitable for some level of partnership or relationship. So why would she be mad? He embarrassed her. He embarrassed her. He had another baby on her. He was mad disrespectful, out of order, petty. And why would she feel a way that somebody that came after her? Like, I'm looking at the women crazy. Like, are y'all crazy? Y'all think he's suitable for partnership? Y'all saw the way he did me? Oh, you don't think he's gonna do you the same way? Okay, girl. I believe Melody. I believe Melody does not care. Like, I really truly believe that. She's like, I don't have no problem with her. I don't want to be around anybody that causes discord, disharmony. It's the truth. Don't nobody have time for that. No one literally has time to be constantly in some kind of drama, some mess, you know? And if Melody is truly, you know, learning how not to get involved with the mess, because it's still in her, right? It's still in her. We know who she is. It's part of her personality. We saw how her and Martell worked well together. I tell you, I used to call them the Petties. So she has it in her, but I understand what she's saying to be like, I don't want to deal with that mess. It's not even worth it to deal with it because look at him. He's a mess. He's a mess with that clear ass wine he got over there. Girl, that light ass wine. I was like, what kind of wine is this that I could see through the glass? I don't understand. Sweet red, girl. Out of here. If anyone has an issue with Martell being with Sheree, it's Slow Slaw. You know why? Because she always got something to say about somebody being old. And I think Sheree is old enough to be her mother. Yes. So the fact that he's over there up underneath Sheree, that probably works Slow Slaw. That probably works her nerve because, and then the fact that Sheree don't be doing nothing, girl, what if you ain't launching nothing? So girl, they over there with no builder's license and no clothing line. You could have them. Have at it. Have a ball, girl. Have a ball. I think Slow Slaw might be feel away. Not Melody. Not Melody. And she said he doesn't deserve support. I'm not supporting him. And high five to Melody. High five, bitch. He don't deserve no support from me. So let his friends support him. Fuck, for real. Like, y'all. And then that's, you see, when you operate from a space where you're like, I'm going to be the bigger person and go support him. No, he doesn't deserve you to even play a role as the bigger person. Fuck that man. He mistreated her. He doesn't deserve nothing from her. And he shouldn't expect anything from Melody. He shouldn't even expect respect from her. If every time she saw Martell, she was disrespectful, she has every fucking right to be. Every right. If she turned her face up every time she see his face, she got every fucking right. She do. And nobody can say nothing. He was disrespectful and dishonored their marriage. You don't get no respect and no support. Fuck your wine, nigga. Your calendar, your cookbook, whatever the fuck you got going on to support yourself because you fucked up this whole little thing. And yes, Melody still deserves 1,000 apologies. Man, fuck that man. I'm with her. It's important for me to be in a good space so I can be a good mother, period. And being around him doesn't put me in a good space. So fuck his wine, okay? Martell said he's not inviting Sheree to his wine event because he doesn't want it to be about them. He wants it to be about the wine, and that's understandable. We can barely co-parent. Who is he talking to? Oh, Destiny, because Destiny played a recording of Mel saying that she didn't give a fuck about Sheree. And Mel, and do you so y'all understand what I was saying about Destiny, right? Y'all understand, see, this is the reason why Mel should have broke up with her the way I told her to break up with Madani. Listen, ma'am, you don't talk about yourself enough. And if you're around me, you're going to be talking about me to my ex-husband. You didn't even have to talk to me. You took something from the internet and screen recorded it and then decided to play for him to just let him know what I said. That's the reason why you can't be around Mel, bitch. That's the reason why you can't be around Melody. Because you run your fucking mouth too much. And that's it. You see Melody, you see what she said about Sheree? Girl, why does that matter? And why should she care? Do you care who LeBaric is fucking? No, because you done already jumped into another relationship your goddamn self. Fool. So you over here playing recordings of Mel. That's the reason why you can't be around her. That's the exact reason why you can't be around her. Did you see what Mel said? No, bitch. What did you say? What did you and Moses do the other day? That's what we want to know. Bitch, you always talking about Mel. God. Get out of here. Shit. He said that's not her business. And that's what she was basically saying. I don't care nothing about Sheree. That don't have shit to do with me. Good luck to you, girl. Good luck. You saw what I went through in public, on TV, cameras, edited and everything. And you still went and decided he would be a good person to partner with? Girl, good luck, dummy. Tisha and Marshawn, we need to go looking like a couple. So she want to go coordinated. Coordinated. Well, you know, the girls always get into an argument. There he goes with that bullshit. The girls are all good right now. Mel and I are cordial. Are you going to carry Inest in black? Why wouldn't we? Yeah, why wouldn't we? It's totally different. It is totally different. One is a champagne, one is a wine. I mean, you know what it is? I mean, it's not the same. I don't know if it's better, one's better or not. They said the chocolate in the bottle tastes good. I haven't tasted. Have y'all tasted? I don't know. So I don't know. I don't know if I would even try that Kool-Aid looking wine that Martell. I don't like sweet. I don't like a sweet nothing. Mm-mm. I don't like a sweet red nothing. All that, no. Wine event. Everything has to be perfect. Tisha, Tiffany, Stormi, and Destiny. I don't like Tiffany. I don't like Tiffany. I don't like her line of questioning. The way that Destiny feels about Tiffany, I understand it. Like, girl, shut up. You always saying something and the shit don't even make sense and you be trying to talk and just shut up. You do much better. It's a better look if you would hush. That's how I feel about Tiffany. Truly. And the way that Destiny, you know, Destiny doesn't have a good grasp on her emotional intelligence. She's still working on herself. I don't know where she's from, Chicago, Detroit, Atlanta, wherever she's from, honey. She gets an attitude just like that. The emotional intelligence is in the trash. So she was like the only person that I was tired of was you. You was the one talking. It's always what she say, vibe not, what she said vibe not something, vibe not aware. Like, she's not aware of, like, it's awkward. Like, you jump in and you say stuff and then it'd be awkward. Like, girl, every single time. So I understand what Madani was saying about that. Me and Mel, we came to we agreed to disagree. Why are you asking me, are we friends? Are y'all cool now? No, we're not cool now. And then I don't even know why they expected Mel to come to his event. Oh, what did Tiffany say? Oh, I mean, why wouldn't she be here? Bitch, have you seen the first, second, and third seasons of this show? Were you there? Did you see how this man treated this woman? Why would anyone expect Melody to support Martell? I don't understand, y'all. Fuck that man and his wine and everything he got going on. Period. And like I said, if Mel had an attitude every single time Martell said, if she frowned her face up every time he said something to her, she's well within her right. And you can call her bitter, unhealed, whatever the fuck, and she has every right to have an attitude with that man for the rest of his life. Okay? Shit. Girl, tell me, is Mel coming? No, sure, is Sheree coming? That's what I want to know. Martell, he shows that the cheerleaders did his homework in school when he gave his speech. Girl, what? Some people are just not good public speakers. They just not. And all the confidence just really goes out of the window. Like, he was like struggling. I was so embarrassed. And then more embarrassed is that y'all think he's fine and he's good and this and that, and you want to be up in Martell's DMs and stuff. He can't even talk. That shit is so unattractive to me. It is. I was looking at him like, that's embarrassing. I am so embarrassed. But he's not a good public speaker. Were y'all good or y'all just faking it? Is that what? Oh, that's what Tisha said. And you saw the way Destiny cut her eyes at Tisha like, bitch, don't play with me. We've agreed to be cordial. We've agreed to disagree. We're not cool. We're not going to be cool. Madani says she saw how Mel moves in conflict, so she don't want to be cool with her. And on the other end, when you got up in Martell's face and immediately got your filing cabinet out and say, oh, did you see the latest thing that Mel said? That's the reason, bitch. We don't need to be around each other. Talk about you. Don't talk about me. Period. So that's it. Stop asking dumb questions. Marshawn and Jalen, they go off to the side to have a conversation. Oh, that's when Kimmi and Stormi and Courtney, I think his name is Courtney. Courtney or Sydney. He has like a gender neutral name. It's Courtney or Sydney. Courtney? I think it's Courtney. What's Stormi's husband's name? I don't know. He has like a gender neutral name. It's either Courtney or Sydney. Y'all will correct me. Probably ain't either. Ashley. I don't know what his name is. Ashley Hamilton. Remember Ashley Hamilton, George Hamilton's son. Anyway, so Kimmi lets Stormi and Destiny know about her diagnosis. That was really hard because they were trying not to cry. Madani was trying not to cry. Stormi was like, oh no, like no. She was trying, her mouth was all twisted up, trying not to cry. She gave her a hug, hugged her. I want Stormi on. If you bring Stormi and her husband back, and you could actually get rid of Tiffany and Lewis. You can really get rid of them because I don't even know what's going on. I don't even think they fit in. Whose friends are they? I don't even know whose friends they are. Are those Mel's friends? I don't know whose friends Tiff and Lewis are, but you can get rid of them and bring in Stormi and her husband. Yeah, so Marshawn and Jalen, they go off to the side. I really enjoyed their little conversation. We didn't know that Marshawn and them their mother had cancer and they had to deal with that. So they do have some experience. Maybe that's why they were so emotional and crying and stuff, because they've been through that before. But I really like that he let him know that he was there for him and it's okay to cry and stuff like that. And then he said, I say this all the time. He said he has never seen his mother cry. And when I tell you, ladies with sons, you do your sons a disservice by not allowing them to see you cry. You do them a disservice, and you do the women that they get in relationships with who express themselves by crying, you do them a disservice too. When a boy doesn't see a woman cry, he doesn't even know how to extend compassion or even care or comfort. They don't know what to do because they've never seen somebody do that before. So when you want to be a strong Black woman and hold all your shit in and act like people can't see you cry because you have been socialized to see crying as a weakness, what you do is break down the ability for people to, one, extend comfort to you and compassion to you, but you also do your sons a disservice. I say it to this day, and y'all act like it's something profound or disrespectful. I have never seen Sabrina Fulton cry over Trayvon Martin. Never. And it's sad because she can't. Because while you have to be this strong Black woman and be resilient and be able to handle anything that's thrown at you, it does everybody around you a disservice. They don't even know how to comfort you. They don't know what to do. Everybody, you see how when people see it's Black men and women. It really is. When you see a woman cry, you automatically think, oh, you want somebody to feel sorry for you. It's like you don't want them to cry because the crying denotes that they've been victimized in some way, and they're it's something has harmed them in some way, and you take it as, oh, you just want people to feel sorry for you. You need to stop crying. That's a sign of weakness and all this other stuff. And then the women and the men who are stoic and they don't show emotions, they almost come off apathetic, they're praised for that. You're praised for not showing emotion, but then you don't understand why people go from 0 to 100 and explode, because they are not processing their emotions correctly or trying to hide them or stifle them in some way. It does no one any good to stifle your emotions, to not allow people to see you cry, especially your kids. Like, that's crazy to me. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. You do everybody a disservice. Jalen is an example. He never seen his mom cry. He don't even know what to do, he doesn't know what to do, because that's not a tool that he's been given, because you remove the emotion. It's really a disservice. It really is. It hurts to see my mom like this, but he doesn't even know how to express that. He doesn't even know, like, can you imagine the conflict that your body is going through when it's natural to release tears and you're holding them back? Do you know that instead of being released, that's going to spread and manifest in different ways? It's true. So while you think it is admirable and honorable to be stoic and damn near apathetic, it's not cute. It's not cute, and you're doing yourself a disservice, and the people you're in community with, you're doing them a disservice too. I said to myself that she messed up. She messed up. But that is culture. It's culture. It's how men and women are raised. Not to show emotion. You're crying is a sign of weakness. You see how they do Candace? Candace is weak because she cries. But Giselle is praised because she keeps it together. She doesn't let anybody see her sweat. Her damn throat is closing up because she's trying to hold her tears back whenever she talks about something emotional. It doesn't do you any good. Stop it, y'all. Martell goes over Mel's house. She keeps him on the porch because you don't know how to act. And do you see how irrational and how out of control he became? Do you hear how he was driving down the street honking the horn, like acting like a child who didn't get his way simply because you extended a nice gesture to her and let her in your house? She won't let you in her house and you have a problem. You won't let me in that house. And if the cameras weren't there, we don't know how he would behave. The camera is actually saving her because he seems like he's out of control. And I was very concerned that her garage door was open and he started to walk around like he was going to go through the garage. I was like, You want the cops called on you? Because I will call the cops on you. You better sit in your car. You cannot come on there. You're not coming inside because you don't know how to act. So me giving you an inside, letting you cross a boundary, I'm not doing that. And I'm going to hold tight. I don't care what you did and what you've extended to me. You can't come in my house. And that's it. And you don't like it. You see how people get upset when you draw a clear, firm boundary? He got mad. Then he jumped in the car. Then he was coming down the street honking the horn. You gonna let me in that house, girl? You gonna let me in that house? No, I'm not. Do you want the girl stuff because this is about the kids, right? You want to come in my house? No, you don't get to come in my house. Here's the stuff. I think the furthest he got in the house was the foyer, and that was it. That was it. You disrespectful. You rude. And he starts telling her, okay, if I'm disrespectful and rude, why do you want to come in my house? Take your ass on and get in your car and drive before I call the cops on you. Period. And everybody be without a daddy. So choose. Make a choice today. Make a choice. She said, I'm so far removed from that stuff. Yeah, he coming down the street honking the horn. But then this is where, Mel, you lose me. When you start throwing in his face that he wants you, y'all are going to get enough of, that's not a flex. This man disrespected you, dishonored you, has no self-control, no self-discipline. Him wanting you so that you could tell the world and let the other bitches watching, he still wants me. A nigga who was disrespectful still wanting you is not a flex. It's not a flex. It's not a flex. It's not a flex. There's nothing to be up. There's nothing to be up about a musty ass nigga wanting you. Nothing. Nothing to be up about. Nothing to be haughty about. Nothing at all. That's where Mel loses me all the time. You was just talking to me saying, Mel, we soulmates. We soulmates. What you talking about? I wasn't saying that. What you talking about? Don't nobody want you. And then did you hear him say basically who you've been with? Did you hear him say that? Right. So you done been with other men. Now he don't want you. Girl, what? Get in your car and drive away before I call the cops on you. Bye, Martell. Shit. Girl, get the fuck out of here. And that was it. That was it for the episode, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think of the episode. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. And I told you, Madani, that's the reason why Mel don't want you in her space. Because you run your mouth too much. And I was so happy when she showed that damn video. I said, Boom, that's it. I was like, it don't take a bitch no time to show you or affirm the reason why you don't want her in your space. It's exactly what she did right there. Shout out to Madani for letting us see it full circle why Mel don't want you in her space. Anyways, y'all, take care of each other. Protect your energy. Peace.